It's December 2nd, 2023, and I'm looking north down Deep Canyon on the east flank of the Santa Rosa Mountains. I'm near the mouth of the deep part of the canyon, so looking down towards the Coachella Valley, and Palm Desert is down that way, and of course Palm Springs would be down in there, and that whole built up area down there in the Coachella Valley. Swinging around here, though, there's kind of a well-known outcrop here. The lighting's not great right now because it's all in the shade, but this big fold here is a classic, and you can see just follow one of the lighter or darker layers, and you can see that they wrap around, and they almost have a configuration, the shape of the dark and light layers as they fold around, almost making a Z type pattern. If you just follow one from the top, it's sort of flattish near the top, off to the left, and it comes around to the right and it swings down. I'm looking at one of the darker layers, and then it curls around again and goes flat. And this is called like the letter Z, a Z fold. And it's because the shearing direction was to the right. So when these rocks were in a more plastic ductile state, when they were deformed like this or deforming like this, they were down, 15, 20 kilometers below the surface. And they were undergoing a combination of some brittle behavior, but a lot of plastic deformation behavior. And you formed this Z fold, and it showed that the top of that fold was moving off to the right with respect to the lower layer. And from that, you can get kind of a tectonic transport direction. If you look at enough of these things and measure them, you can kind of map out what you think was happening, from a movement direction back at the time this stuff was being deformed. We're actually not sure of the age of this. Could be laramide, which be 50, 60 million years ago. Could be severe, which be more in the maybe 120 back to 160 million years in that range. Or it could be some older events that were affecting the western edge of North America. There's a whole set of events that were impacting the area from about 250 million years up to about 50 million years, and they were compressional. So this is these folds are a result of the crust, in this case, pretty much right at the boundary between the upper crust and lower crust, being deformed by convergence or crustal compression. And then there's a series of low angle faults that are superimposed on this. There's one at the base of this. It's almost flat. It cuts along the very bottom of the image. And you can kind of see where it truncates some rocks there just above the folks that are down there hiking the bottom of the canyon. You'll see a shear or a crack in the rocks that goes off to the left there. That's a low angle fault surface. We think it's a detachment fault associated with the extension that's been going on for the last 30 million years, opening up this region, the Coachella Valley, and then further south, the Gulf of California. Really neat place. And again, we're in the mouth of Deep Canyon. We're at the kind of looking on the southwest wall of Deep Canyon, and it's the east flank of the Santa Rosa Mountains, Southern California.